Well, it's been a very interesting week, hasn't it? We've entered lockdown once again, but this time with a little bit more freedom than the first time. Life in many ways isn't too different, as we can shop for food, go out for walks, walk with a friend and bubble. And hopefully it's only for 4 weeks this time. Much as I will miss seeing my family and friends, I now know quite a few people with the virus, which is worrying, so it's clear we need to be more careful. And as I watched the news late this afternoon, I do feel that at least the world will soon be a little safer. I've watched American TV news with a sense of horror this week, thinking sometimes if I didn't know better I'd think I was watching a bizarre comedy show. But actually it's really been quite disturbing. But anyway, this weekend we remember all those who gave their lives for our freedom in the world wars. And it's important that the world learns the lessons from the past and that all people in power seek peace. Tomorrow we will remember those who gave their lives to bring us freedom and peace. Although we're unable to mark Remembrance Sunday quite as we'd usually do, we will at least ring our bells at 11 AM, read out all the names of those who are listed on our war memorials, and we'll lay wreaths at the local Facet Cemetery too. As a post-war child, it's hard to imagine the real horrors of war, but my dad used to tell me a lot about his experience as a wartime child. He had watched the warplanes fly into Grafton Underwood Airfield. He remained interested in wartime planes for the rest of his life. As a child, his parents had taken evacuees into their home. Quite where they slept, I've no idea, as their house had only 2 small bedrooms, and there were already 5 children in the family. He lived through rationing, fear of bombs, and then had to do national service. My granddad's garden still had a wartime shelter in it when I was young, but it didn't look as if it would offer much protection from bombs. It was a bit flimsy. But it must have been so frightening when the sirens went off and they all had to go and hide. When in Great Yarmouth, one of our more mature members of the congregation told us of the night that she was the last person in the big St Nicholas church, just a few moments before it was destroyed by bombs and fire. She was being watched and looked over by God, she felt. Interestingly, that night both the church and the local brewery were hit with bombs and they were on fire. The local fire brigade only had enough water and people to put out one fire, and faced with the choice of saving the church or the brewery, well, they chose the brewery. Luckily, the government paid for the church being rebuilt later, and it's now St Nicholas Minster. But seriously, the evils of war are part of the history of this country and the whole world. Never again should so many people have to die because of wars caused by human beings seeking power. On Remembrance Day, we affirm our commitment to strive for all that makes for peace. We commit to seeking to heal wounds of war and to work for a just future for all humanity. Important words, as we all have to share a commitment to make the world a better place. But sometimes the task of making the world more peaceful and more just can seem daunting. But actually we can all play our part in some way. One of my favourite songs that I learnt as a small child is Let There Be Peace on Earth, which is so very appropriate for remembrance. Its final words say this: with every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. We may not all be able to broker world peace, but we can all live in peace and harmony with the people we know and with the community around us. We can all carry God's love and peace with us wherever we go. Peace starts with love, because if we truly love our neighbour, peace will flow out into the world. So may the love and peace of God be with you and all those you love, and may that peace and love flow through you today and always. Amen.